crew chief, Brandon Tipton. A look at the jerseys. Rocket City is wearing a specialty jersey this evening in honor of our AUSA and USA Patriots. They played a softball game earlier today. Mostly navy blue with the makeshift look of the stars and stripes on the bottom half of that jersey in navy blue there, and then you got the RC intertwined emblem in the middle, which is also red, white, and blue. The Trash Pandas with a white numeral on the back with black trim as well. They're wearing the all-black cap tonight with Sprocket in the middle, holding the American flag in his spacesuit. We haven't really seen that cap very often this season, but they will wear it tonight on this very special occasion. Rocket City also decked out in white jersey pants, and those jersey tops will be auctioned off during the ball game as well. And Chris can give you a little more information on where to make a bid and whatnot as we go throughout the ball game. Meanwhile, for the Lookouts, they'll be in black tops, gray bottoms. It says Nooga across the front of the jersey in white capital lettering, Nooga, with a white numeral on the left hip, small white numeral on the left hip, large white numeral on the back. And Chattanooga is going to be wearing tonight the all black cap with the white Chattanooga eyes in the middle. Wide change at the cap. They've won the first 4 games as it is. So Urena going through his warm-up pitches. He's really turned into the ace of the staff. 5-9, 5-9, a 4.66 ERA, coming off of 2 very strong performances last week at Knoxville. In fact, he won Rocket City's last victory on September the 2nd, went 6 2/3 shutout innings there, struck out 8, allowed 3 hits and a 1-0 win, and then suffered the loss on Sunday, but pitched very well against the Smokies, going 5 innings, allowing 6 hits, 3 runs, 6 Ks, and a 3-1 defeat. So leading things off will be Edwin Arroyo, the shortstop, batting .285 with 3 homers and 43 driven in. Off the line at third is Daly. Shaded up the middle is Mac McCroskey, as it's another beautiful night for baseball as we are getting closer and closer to the end of the season. In fact, by this time tomorrow, 2025 will be in the bag. As Urena looks in. And the first pitch of the game is a fastball hit up the middle, moving in the second baseman, Vera. He sidearms it over to first in time, 4-3 on the putout. First pitch is at 6:38, and we are underway from Toyota Field as 1 up, 1 gone in the first inning. By the way, the game time temperature is 82 degrees and not a cloud in the sky, very low humidity.
Last 4 games, Josh, just jump in real quick with Walbert. Last 4 games, 21-year-old's got a 1-1 record, but a 2.22 ERA, 23 strikeouts over 24 1/3 innings. He's been just really, really good, touching on what you were saying about how he's become kind of the ace of the staff.
So the first pitch is a fastball and a strike to Leo Balcazar, 0-1. Balcazar 268, 3 homers, 19 driven in. As the 0-1 is a fastball high and away, a ball and a strike, and we want to welcome those of you who just finished watching Georgia eke out an overtime win over Tennessee at Neyland Stadium. Georgia just got a touchdown in overtime to win 44-41. Next pitch, there's a strike, slider. It'll go to 1-2. There was a time not that long ago, folks, a loss like that would ruin your season, but now you're given a little more leeway. We'll see what Tennessee has to say in the coming weeks. From the belt, here's the 1-2. Swung on, bounded to short, coming in on 3 hops. McCroskey bobbles, throws, just in time. What a play by McCroskey. He circled that ball, came in, it kicked off his glove. He kind of batted it in the air, then he caught it on the ricochet, made the off-balance throw to the first, and got the speedy Balcazar 6-3, 2 quick outs. And so 2 gone for Cam Collier, 267, 2 homers, and 38 batted in. This will be a righty-on-lefty matchup. Collier again, 5 for 5 last night. He drove in 6 for the ball game. First pitch. Fastball misses low, 1-0, and these are the things we love about minor league baseball. I have a feeling these two are going to be playing on much bigger stages in the very near future, and they're getting a chance to face each other right here at Toyota Field. Here's the set, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Threw him a sinker, evening at the ball and a strike.
Let's talk with manager Jose Moreno a little bit about Cam, of course, coming off the big day yesterday for him, but he's headed to the Arizona Fall League, and they really want him to focus on playing first base. That's where they would like for him to play in the big leagues.
1-1 is a fastball inside. It will go to 2 balls and a strike. I'll tell you what, I keep giving him the Jason Hayward comparison for your the older generation out there. I'll give you another comp. How about Willie McCovey? Kind of similar setup to him as the 2-1. There's a strike, threw him a sinker again. It'll go to 2-2 and a chance for Urena to wrap up the inning. Collier, 8 of 18 for the series. Well off the line at third is Daly by about 30 feet. Guarding the line at first is Nicholson. Urena, here's the 2-2. Swung and hit foul along the ground off the facade of the Rocket City first base dugout. It will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind not a factor. And again, the entire field is covered in shadows at this point as the days get shorter and shorter. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Went back to the sinker at 90, and coming up empty was Collier. Strikeout number 1 for Urena, and 1, 2, 3 go the Lookouts in the top of the first inning. Bottom of the first, 1, 2, 3 went the Lookouts in the top half. Now the Trash Pandas head to the plate with a record of 44-91 on the season, 20-47 for the second half. David Mershon leads it off and plays short. 160, a homer, and 11 driven in. The first pitch by Kevin Abel is a fastball called a strike, and it's 0-1. Ryan Nicholson will hit second and play first base. In the 3 position is Josh Crouch. He'll do the catching. And cleanup today is Matt Kootenai. He'll be the designated hitter. Fastball high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Corey Holland hits fifth and plays right field. David Calabrese in the 6th spot out in left. Mitch Daly will play the hot corner and bat 7th. Matt McCroskey hits 8th, plays short, and playing second base and batting 9th is Errol Vera. Next pitch is high. It will go to 2-1 on the changeup. Couple of little news and notes for Rocket City today. What will more than likely be the final transaction of the season. Ben Goebel promoted to AAA Salt Lake. Fastball high and away, 3-1. That's more or less to replace Denzer Guzman, who was sent up to the majors. Congratulations to Denzer. Happy to hear about that. The other little piece of news is Oscar Colas was a late scratch. 3-1. Fastball cut on and missed. It's 3-2 for reasons unknown. But the point is, Rocket City, which already has struggled offensively, well, they're even lighter than that here this evening. It's going to be imperative for the Trash Pandas to manufacture some runs tonight as Mershon will step out of the box. David so far 3 of 15 for the series as Abel will report from the third base side of the rubber. The kick and delivery. Fastball cut through and missed. Mershon down swinging, 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Strikeout number 1 for Abel, out number 1 in the first. Here's Ryan Nicholson, a $186, 5 homers, and 13 driven in. The defense for the Lookouts, left to right, O'Donnell, Allen, and Hendrick. Third to first, Callahan, Arroyo, Balcazar, and Collier. Behind the play, Burns, and again on the hill, Kevin Abel, 4-7, a 4.59 ERA. First pitch, that's going to miss inside, looked like a slider. And it will go to 1-0. Did Larry give us any notes today, Chris?
Yeah.
He did.
I may have stolen both of them. We'll see.
Pitch is a strike. Goes to 1-1. Yeah, Larry Ward, voice of the Lookouts. He's the guy who does the notes. His packet's a little smaller than ours.
He still does it on the same typewriter he started on when he was in his 20s.
The 1-1 is a changeup that hits the inside corner. 1 and 2, is it typewriter or Sanskrit?
Probably both.
Count out a ball and 2 strikes on Nicholson. He'll stand back in. And the pitch misses down and in. Four-seam fastball. It will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Abel, out of San Diego, California, former Oregon State Beaver. Drafted in the 7th round by the Reds in 2021. Pitch is cued behind the mound, kicks off the mound, trickles to short, and unable to make a play is Edwin Arroyo. That'll be an infield hit. So no-hitter tonight for Chattanooga, as an early infield single by Ryan Nicholson will break that up. This one squibbed off the mound. In fact, hindsight's always 20/20. I think if Abel lets that one go, his defense would have been up to the task, but he slowed down the ball. Arroyo came in, tried to field it with a bare hand, but couldn't. So an infield single, 1 on with 1 out. Here's Josh Crouch, righty on righty. First pitch to him. Fastball, a strike. It will go to 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Crouch stands back in. A lot of room on the right side, as shaded up the middle is the second baseman, Balcazar. 0-1 on the way. That one ripped fair down the left field line, trickling into the corner. At second is Nicholson, on his way to third. Up with it is O'Donnell. He's at third. They're going to wave him. Here's the relay to the plate. Oh, he booted it. He's in safe, and it's 1-0. They had Nicholson dead to rights, as making the relay throw to home was Arroyo, but Burns couldn't dig it out. We'll look at it again. Nicholson came charging around. Your offense is struggling. You got to try something, and I'll tell you what, I would be inclined to give Burns an error on that one, but we'll see how they score it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a short hop. If you're going to give an error, it might be to the left fielder, but, man, when I saw Andy Schatchley sending him, I sort of was gritting my teeth a little bit, but, hey, why not be aggressive early on, and what a nice job to set the tone in this first inning.
So it's 1-0 Rocket City. Here's Matt Kootenai, as getting to second is Crouch. This will be righty on lefty, as Abel will step off the rubber. But like we said, with Goebel up and with Colas a scratch, you don't have a lot of options for offense. Sometimes you got to roll the dice a little bit, and that's exactly what Schatchley did. Off the line at third is Callahan. First pitch to Kootenai. Curve. Did he go around? They appeal, and he said he didn't, says Brandon Tipton over at third. 1-0 on the left-handed hitter, and time is called. Burns is going to go out there, have a word with Abel. As they do that, fans at Saturday, and it was Marco's Pizza that fed the Trash Pandas front office as part of its team feed program. Why is Marco's Pizza so good? Well, it's the ingredients. Fresh dough made daily in the store, a special blend of 3 freshly shredded cheeses, 6 Marco's Pizza locations in the Madison and Huntsville area. Order for delivery, pick it up in the store or at the drive-thru window. Call or go to marcos.com. Marco's Pizza. Back behind the dish goes Burns with the count at 1 ball and no strikes. Right on left. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Fired a changeup and fooled on it was Kootenai. Count at a ball and a strike. So Rocket City off to a good start this evening. By the way, I noticed on the jersey tops their buttons are yellow. That's kind of neat.
Kind of goldish yellow, yeah.
Here's the 1-1. Fastball. There's a strike. And it will go to 1-2 as down in the count is Kootenai. Again, Rocket City wearing specialty jerseys in honor of our AUSA night here at the ballpark, presented by HII Mission Technologies Division. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Threw a curveball down and in. Fooled on it was Kootenai. Strikeout number 2 for Abel. Out number 2 here in the first inning. And here is Corey Holland with a runner at second and 2 out. Holland, 196 with 4 dingers and 8 driven in. Here's the good news for Rocket City. They have seen Abel several times before this season, most recently on July 11th, a ball game where Abel allowed a run on 4 hits across 5 innings and got a no decision. Walked 4 and struck out 3. First pitch, another curveball, called a strike. It's 0-1. Abel last pitched on the 7th at home against Birmingham. Pitched very well. 7 shutout innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 Ks, but was hit with a no decision. Here's the 0-1. Fastball down and away. Going to even at a ball and a strike on Corey Holland, who so far is 2 for 12 in this series. By the way, I don't see an error up on the video board, so I guess they'll just give Crouch a straight RBI double. And if that does stand, it is Crouch's 29th RBI of the season. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Threw him a changeup down and away. It goes to 1-2, and right now Abel has everything dancing. Rocket City a little off kilter here as the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Shaded toward left center field is O'Donnell in left. A lot of room down the left field line if Holland can take advantage. The 1-2 on its way. Fastball fouled straight back. Holland wasn't fooled on that one. Got a piece of it to stay alive as it will stay at a ball and 2 strikes. One more game to go in the season. That'll be tomorrow, and again, a 1:05 start. 12:50 will be the air time. Holland ready to go. Slightly open stance off the line at first. Collier. 1-2. Curve called strike 3. Boy, right now that deuce is really working for Abel. He strikes out Holland, his 3rd K of the inning, and Rocket City will settle for 1 run. It's earned as they did it on 2 hits. No errors in the inning. 1 man. Top of the Northrop Grumman 2nd inning. Rocket City out to a 1-0 lead. 2 up for the Lookouts. Middle part of the order. Ibarra, O'Donnell, and Allen. By the way, that Josh Crouch double, yeah, they scored it an RBI double all the way. So no error on the play. And going back to the bump will be Urena, but first a ball is loose in the right field corner. And over to pick it up will be Holland. By the way, coming up in tomorrow's ball game, the pitching matchup will be righty Yoel Hurtado against fellow righty Ryan Cardona. That'll be the same matchup as Tuesday's series opener, which was a very good ball game, by the way, so it should be a good one to close out the 2025 season. First pitch by Urena is a fastball down and away to Ibarra. It's 1-0, and Ruben, he's been a bad man all week. 5 of 16, 2 homers, 4 runs scored, and 5 RBI. Both those homers came yesterday. As a sinker misses low, it will go to 2 balls and no strikes. It was also his 6th and 7th home runs against Rocket City this season. Shaded up the middle, the second baseman Vera. They play him straight away in the outfield. 2-0. Ball hit hard at third, but to his left is Daly. Spinorama throws to first in time, and that'll be the first out of the Northrop Grumman 2nd inning. That one 108 off the bat. Good play by Mitch.
And he does nothing but hit hard baseballs off that barrel, and that time he just hit it on the ground, and it's a nice play over there at the hot corner by Mitch.
So 1 gone. Here is Ethan O'Donnell. Ethan's been a little all over the place in this series. He's .235 for the year with 7 homers and 56 driven in. First pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. Threw it low in the zone. Coming up empty was O'Donnell. It's 0-1. He was 0-for-5 last night, and the night before, well, actually, we'll go back up. Yeah, actually, the night before he had been 4 of 5 with 4 RBI. Next pitch is low. It goes 2-1-1. Such is the trend in baseball. It's a day-to-day thing. Left-handed bat stands back in. Even with the bag off the line at third is Daly. Shaded up the middle. The shortstop McCroskey. They're straight away in the outfield. Urena. 1-1. Fastball rolled gently to short. In McCroskey. Up. Off-balance throw is in time. 2 quick outs in the Northrop Grumman second. And here's Jay Allen.
One thing to keep an eye on tonight is those ground balls induced by Urani. That's 4 already in the first 2 innings. Came in leading the league and leading all of AA baseball, actually, with 141 ground outs induced. So he does a great job. Of course, he's not a strikeout guy, even though he has that 97, 98 mile an hour fastball, but it has that sink, and he induces tons of those ground balls.
Here's Jay Allen the second, and Jay takes a fastball for a strike. It goes 0-1, and what's been so impressive is just watching him get better and better during the course of the season, and he's really finishing strong here in September. The 0-1. And the pitch is a strike, a slider that caught the outside corner. It's 0-2, and Urena with a chance to wrap up the top of the Northrop Grumman second inning. Near the line at third is Daly. Shaded up the middle is the second baseman, Vera. And time called as Allen will step off. Last time Walbert faced Chattanooga, it was July 9th when 6 innings allowed an earned run on 4 hits in a 4-3 victory. He's ready to go. The 0-2. Swung, slap foul past third, staying at 0-2. While we have a moment, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Live. Count 0-2 to Jay Allen II. The set by Urena, the kick and delivery. Swung, hit foul at home plate. Remaining at no balls and 2 strikes as we're getting one last beautiful baseball sky. Not a cloud up there, but you can see that little pink hue as we move into the dusk here on this lovely Saturday evening. Temperature at 82 degrees at first pitch. Allen takes a moment after fouling that pitch off his left foot. Now he's ready to go. Slightly open stance for the right-handed hitter. Urena back to the belt. The 0-2 on the way. Hit foul again, this time into the third base dugout where the lookouts are, and it will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. Urena tied for second in starts with 25. This is in the Southern League. He's also 4th in innings pitched at 122 1/3. It's been a long year for him. The 0-2 swung on, hit foul, back to the screen. Going to stay at no balls and 2 strikes. Chris discussed the groundouts induced. He's already got 4 more here tonight. Tied for 13th in strikeouts with 101 as well. So Allen putting up a pretty good battle here. The right-handed hitter ready to go. The 0-2. And he went with the slider that time, and it looped down and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jay Allen. His 1 hit was an RBI double on Wednesday. Walbert peers back in. Here's the 1-2. Fastball chopped gently to third, moving in into his left. Daly fires off balance to first in time. Yet another ground out, and 1, 2, 3 go the lookouts in the top of the Northrop Grumman second as Allen rolls out softly to third. We'll head to the bottom half. It's still 1-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Live. and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. Calabrese, Daly, and McCroskey all due up against Kevin Abel here in the second inning. First pitch to David misses high, that time a curveball, and it will go to 1-0. Abel gave up a run in the first inning on 2 hits, but he also struck out 3 men. Calabrese, slightly open stance for the left-handed hitter. Here's the 1-0. Fastball missing high, 2-0. David has some ambition. After tomorrow's season finale, he's going to go ahead and hit the road. He hopes to make it to Cincinnati by the end of tomorrow night. Fastball misses low, 3-0. He's, I guess, banking on a quick game, which could very well be the case. And he hopes to get back to Toronto on Tuesday. Here's the set, the 3-0. Fastball, that'll miss high. A 4-pitch walk to David Calabrese. So David will trot to first. That'll be walk number 1 by Abel. And 1 on with no one out for Mitch Daly. 155, no homers, and 2 driven in. It's kind of a bit, I won't say it's a secret. It's pretty well known, but a lot of fans may not notice. When you get to the last game of the season, unless there is a playoff berth on the line, those tend to be some of the quickest games of the year because, frankly, guys are ready to go home. A lot of first pitch swings. We'll see if that happens tomorrow. Righty on righty, Daly squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes it down and away, 1-0. And there you see Rocket City trying to manufacture some offense here with a very light lineup at the plate. Daly, the Madison, Alabama native, stands back in. 1 of 7 in the series with a couple of strikeouts. Almost hit a home run on Tuesday. Right on right, Abel, 1-0. There's that looping curveball. That time it stayed high. 2 balls and no strikes on the right-handed hitter.
Talking yesterday about some of the things we've seen on those last days of the year, like somebody playing 9 positions using just 1 bat.
That's the time to have a little bit of fun. Bad throw, and boy, they may have had him, but unable to hold on to the low throw was Collier. That ball was actually in the dirt. He did a good job knocking it down, but had he been able to pick it cleanly, they may have had a play here on Calabrese. Look at that. Yeah, it was pretty close. David is 11 of 14 in the stolen base department. Count 2-0 on the right-handed hitter. Abel, sidestep delivery. Fastball popped up. Into shallow right, out goes Collier, drifting into foul ground, and it's going to fall for a foul ball. There's a bit of a break. Playing so deep in right field was Hendrick, he couldn't make a play on the ball. It was all up to Collier. He had his back to the infield. That's a tough play to make. And it will go to 2-1.
But yeah, I mean, this year maybe more than some other years, you're kind of ready to just turn the page. But you know, we talked about you want to finish the year on a strong note and hopefully in a fast note, though, as you said tomorrow.
Well, let's face it, it's the last baseball you're going to see until next March. Here's the set as we resume action. 2-1. Fastball misses high. 3 balls and a strike. My dad had an old story from his days with the Braves, but in, I think it was 76 or 77, it was the year of the Big Red Machine. So it would have been 76 because it was 75, 76 with Cincinnati. First, here's the set. 3-1. Swing and a miss, and it'll be strike 2, a slider down and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Braves were having a terrible year. Reds were going to the playoffs. And a fellow by the name of Darrell Evans stepped to the plate with 2 outs and no one on in the 9th inning. Ripped a home run to tie the ball game up at 7 for Atlanta. They wound up playing 14 innings before the Reds walked it off 10-8. But even Dad was sitting in the booth at that time saying, yeah, I just want to go home, start my off season. Righty on righty as Daly digs back in. Abel, quick move over to first, and Calabrese just back in there. Abel with a pretty swift pickoff move. And it will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, for Chattanooga, their season will roll on for at least 2 more games. They'll open their best of 3 Southern League semifinal series against Birmingham on Tuesday down at Regions Field. Here's the 3-2. Runner goes, pitch well high and in. That'll be ball 4. Went back to the curveball, and that one was well off the plate. It almost plunked Daly. He draws a walk, back-to-back walks by Abel, and he got 2 on with no one out for Mac McCroskey. Let's see, for Abel, he's walked 52 and 115 in 2/3 innings. The most he's walked in a game is 6. He did that once back on May the 11th. The other high was, well, he's walked 5 one time and 4 several other times. So he'll walk a few guys from time to time. As they'll pinch in at the corner, squaring to bunt. McCroskey lays it down, third base side, up, only play to first. That'll be in time there. That'll be a sacrifice that goes 1-3. Nicely done by Mac McCroskey. Moving second to third is David Calabrese, and first to second is Daly. Abel may have had a play here, but as a right-handed thrower, he would have had to field the ball, turn his body, make an accurate throw with the speedy Calabrese moving for third. He decided to take the shore out, and here's Vera, 165 with a homer and 4 driven in. Rocket City, again, they need to put runs on the board. Now they have a chance here with less than 2 outs. First pitch, looping curveball, chopped softly toward first. Collier in, up, throw to the plate. No, they're going to call it foul.
I think they hit him in the box.
That's a break for Chattanooga because Calabrese would have been safe. So David will go back to third, and moving over to second will be Daly. Vera, 1 of 6 in the series with a couple of strikeouts and a run scored. Rocket City, tell you what, Abel last pitched here against Rocket City back on June the 21st, allowed 2 runs on 3 hits over 4 innings and a no decision. Back to the action, next pitch. Fastball, there's a strike, and now it's 0-2, and this is where Rocket City struggles. Can Vera shorten up and put one in play? Open stance for Vera in those bright yellow shoes. Outfield plays straight away. Here's the set, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew the fastball by him. Vera down on 3 pitches, 92 on that pitch, 4-seam fastball. Vera is strikeout number 4. That's a big K. And now you got 2 on with 2 out for David Mershon. He struck out swinging his first time. By the way, we talked about Guzman being sent to the Mariners if you want to, or sent to the Angels. They play the Mariners tonight if you want to check that out. I think that's a 9:30 start. Pitch to Mershon. There's a curveball, a strike, 0-1, and suddenly Abel is turning the corner here in the Northrop Grumman second.
I haven't seen the Angels release their starting lineup, but I'm kind of curious where Denzer will be in the order tonight.
Shaded up the middle, the shortstop Arroyo. Even with the bag, off the line at third, Callahan. Next pitch, fastball cut through and missed. High fastball, it will go to 0-2, and Abel with a chance to get out of the jam. And actually, they just released that starting lineup. Christian Moore is in there, and Denzer will bat 6 and play short. Bryce Teodosio will also be in center, and Mitch Ferris will do the pitching. That's 4 out of 9 in the starting, or pardon me, 4 out of 10 in the starting lineup.
3 from this year's club. How about that?
So the Angels trying to get a look at some of their prospects before the season ends out. Here's the set, the 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3. Mershon caught looking. Strikeout number 5 for Abel, and Rocket City lets a golden opportunity go by the wayside. Second and third and 1 out, and they can't get anyone in. In the Northrop Grumman second, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left. At the end of 2, it's 1-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Live. We move to the top of the Beds Express third inning. 1-0 Rocket City with the lead. 2 up for the Lookouts, the bottom third of the order. Hendrick, Callahan, and Burns against Walbert Urania, who has tossed 2 perfect innings, striking out 1. First pitch is a fastball cut through and missed. It's 0-1, and 5 of his 6 outs have been by way of ground out. Here's Hendrick, 248, 14 homers, 52 driven in, right against left. The 0-1. Another sweeper swung on and missed. Actually, they call it a sinker. It will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Hendrick, 2 of 12 for the series. He has struck out 6 times. Urena from the belt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, rolled gently to first. Near the line, fielding it on 2 hops is Nicholson. He'll run to the bag in time, and that'll be the first out of the Beds Express third inning. Here's Austin Callahan, 205 with 2 homers and 21 driven in.
And another ground ball out for Urania, as he is now up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ground outs. 6, 5, 6.
Yeah, there's 7 out, 6
Yep.
of them. Yep. Here is Callahan, first pitch. And that's a sinker that misses inside. It goes to 1-0 on the left-handed hitter. 205, 2 homers, 21 driven in. He's only played in 1 other game. He's 0 for 4. Urania. Here's the 1-0. And Walbert misses down and in with the fastball. 2 balls and no strikes on Austin Callahan. So Urania is on thus far this evening. We'll see what happens the second time through the order, though. As well off the line at third is Daly. They play him straight away and deep in the outfield. 2-0 pitch. Swung, popped up, foul ground, third base. Over is Daly. He looks, he will not have room as it lands about 8 rows back along that third base line. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Brewers. They became the first team in Major League Baseball to clinch a playoff berth earlier today. They didn't even play, but they're playing the Cardinals here in just a couple of moments, but apparently someone lost, and that gave them the clinch as the slider hits the inside corner. Lower part of the zone, caught looking that time is Callahan. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, 1-0 Rocket City on an RBI double from Josh Crouch. That came in the first inning. Walbert against Callahan. 2-2 on the way. Slider down and in, 3-2. You know, I forgot to mention last night, Chris, maybe you did when I was away, but I want to send our congratulations to a couple of members of the Trash Panda staff, Mr. Dylan Colwell, as well as Dave Robertson, D-Rob as he's called. 3-2 fouled straight back to the screen, staying at 3-2. Dylan was named Trainer of the Year for the Southern League, and D-Rob was named Strength and Conditioning Coach of the Year for the league as well. So congratulations to both men. That is richly deserved. Walbert back to the belt. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the sinker again. Boy, you can see that ball dip. That one stayed high, but it went away. And able to chase it was Callahan. He came up empty. Second strikeout of the game for Urena.
Walbert, like I said, not a strikeout pitcher, but when you can run into him, you sure take him. And he continues to really pitch at a high level right now. He's pitching in a way right now that there's some people at the higher levels maybe having to make some tough decisions here.
2 away. Here's Connor Burns, and the first pitch to him. Fastball. There's a strike. 0-1. You know, we talk about the season ending tomorrow. By the way, Burns 123, 2 homers and 4 RBI. We talk about the season ending here tomorrow. Salt Lake still has another week to go, and then the Angels have 2 more weeks. Might we see some more movement? Here's the 0-1 by Walbert. And the pitch will miss high. That's a slider. Going to go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, if you're going to move Urena to the majors, that means he's got to go onto the 40-man roster. So there would have to be a decision made in that regard. Burns digs back in. 0 of 7 for the series. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Went back to the slider. Burns down in the count. A ball and 2 strikes as Urena looks to put a capper on the Beds Express third inning. The young 21-year-old peers back in to the belt. The 1-2, here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sinker down and away. Burns fans at it. Strikeout number 3 for Urena, and he strikes out 2 of the 3 men he faces. We go to the bottom of the Beds Express third inning. Rocket City leading it 1-0. Fans, slide into Beds Express for a winning night's sleep. Official mattress partner of your home team dreams. Do it for the Trash Pandas, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Nicholson, Crouch, and Kootenai. And the first pitch is high and away. He did not go on the check swing, says Brandon Tipton over at third. And it's 1-0 on the left-handed hitting. Nicholson, who singled his first time up, came around to score back in the first inning. Abel delivers, and the fastball misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. Coming up in the top of the fourth, we'll have our sponsor on board for tonight's ball game. It'll be Jeff Showalter with HII's Mission Technologies Division. Here's the kick in the 2-0. Fastball fouled straight back to the screen. It will go to 2 balls and 1 strike. We're happy to have them back on board this year. They've been great supporters of the Trash Pandas in the past and even now. As 2-1 the count on the left-handed hitting Nicholson. From the belt, sidestep delivery. Pitch is rolled up the middle to his right, fielding the second baseman, Balcazar. He'll fire on to first in time. On the out number 1, a rather flamboyant move to his right. He kind of kept that glove high in the air, then brought it down at the last moment. Did Balcazar. Still, he makes the play. And there's 1 out for Josh Crouch, who came through with an RBI double down the left field line his first time up. Abel trying to settle in here. He's walked 2 and given up 2 hits, including a run. First pitch, a curveball is fouled away at 76. It will go to 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Abel, he's another Tommy John surgery recipient. His fastball, like we mentioned, sits 90 to 92, and we've seen the curve several times as well as a slider and a changeup. 0-1, fastball fouled straight back to the screen. It will go to no balls and 2 strikes. By the way, if you're coming to tomorrow's ball game, the giveaway will be our 2026 magnetic schedule. That'll be brought to you by First Bank. So you'll go ahead, get a schedule, be able to make your plans for next season. As the pitch is roped foul off to the right. He was late on the fastball, was Crouch, and will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Righty on righty, Crouch ready. Abel peers in. High leg kick and the pitch. That one grounded up the middle again to second. This time to his left is Balcazar. He flips it sidearm over to first. 2 rollouts to second, 2 outs in the Beds Express third inning for Matt Kootenai, who struck out swinging his first time up. Let's see, also across Major League Baseball, at least at this hour, Phillies beating the Royals 8-5. Guardians trying to finish off the White Sox 3-1 in the 9th inning there, and Houston beating up on the Braves again at 6-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Kootenai, righty on lefty, and the first pitch is a strike as Abel getting it over efficiently here. A changeup that time on the inside corner. 0-1 on the left-handed hitter who struck out swinging his first time. Well off the line at third is Callahan. The 0-1 on the way. Swung on, bounded to second, and Leo Balcazar going to tie a record set by many with 3 assists. He runs forward and underhands it to the first baseman Collier. 3 rollouts to second, and 1-2 We go to the top of the fourth inning. Rocket City leading it 1-0, and due up for Chattanooga, it'll be the top of the order. Arroyo, Balcazar, and Collier against Walbert Urania, who starts the fourth inning with a fastball called a strike. It's 0-1. For those of you on radio, we'll keep you up to date what's happening on the field, but we want to turn our attention to our sponsor for the evening with HII's Mission Technologies Division. It's Jeff Showalter as the pitch is down and in 1-1. Jeff, how you doing?
Good to see you again.
Great to have you on board yet again. So, HII's Mission Technologies Division, what is it? Tell us more about it.
Yes, so HII is the largest shipbuilder in the world, and Mission Technologies is the non-shipbuilding technology. So, here locally, directed energy, weapon system, artificial intelligence, logistics. I mean, you name it, we do it. So,
what are some of the things you've been able to do around Toyota Field today?
So the team's been here with their family. Being that we're so involved in the community, a lot of the kids that were doing the ROTC, and so we've been drinking beer, eating hot dogs.
Pitch grounded to first up with a Nicholson. He'll run to the bag in time for out number one. One thing that we don't have on TV today, but that was such an important part of tonight's festivities, was the softball game beforehand, the AUSA USA Patriots softball game. I know you guys work very closely with the military. Just how important is it to be a part of that?
Oh, it's an honor and a privilege to be the sponsor tonight. Our AUSA here in Tennessee Valleys is one of the largest, receives awards each year for being the best chapter. And having the American Patriots softball team here, it's just an honor. I mean, everyone in the community was out here. It was a good day.
Next pitch. Did he hit him? Yes, he did. That'll be a hit by pitch by Urena, and the first base runner of the game for Chattanooga will be Leo Balcazar. He'll trot to first, and one man on with one man out for Cam Collier, as for the first time tonight, it'll be Urena pitching from the stretch. And going over to first base is Balcazar. Collier, by the way, struck out swinging his first time up. Anything coming up involving HII that you want to tell us about? Any other initiatives that you guys are doing right now?
So one of our biggest initiatives is we're building a 30-kilowatt laser for the Army. And there's a significant testing events in February.
Wow.
And that's probably, I think, the project, at least here in North Alabama, we're most excited. A lot of the key players are here, the customers here, so that's kind of our focus.
Well, obviously the big news from President Trump just last week, Space Command is going to be coming here as well. Just what does that mean to you guys and to the DoD community as a whole?
I think it's exciting to have the command here because Huntsville is such a special town.
That one drilled into deep center field. Going back as Mershon leaps up, makes a terrific catch. That'll be out number two. Headed back to first is Balcazar, and that'll be the second out of the inning as Collier tattooed this ball. We'll take a look at it again. Short, beautiful swing. Going back was Mershon. He did a little hop at the wall. Didn't have to quite go back to the very back of the wall, but still a great play nonetheless. 2 out, runner at first. Here is Ibarra, who grounded to third. Pretty nice play.
Yeah, it was a highlight, right?
But you were saying about Space Command?
Oh, I think coming here, it's just exciting. Huntsville is such an important town for the defense technology. I think Space Command coming here is an acknowledgement of all the talent and all the great work that people do here. Space is really the future of defense, and so it's the next realm, and the opportunity to play a part of it's a big deal for us, and it's going to be great for our economy as well.
Pitch is cut on and missed by Ibarra. It goes to 1-1. Right now for HII, what's your biggest need? Are you looking for more employees, or what's the situation there?
Oh, yeah, we're always looking for talent. Go on our website, look at the roles that are here, with the electronic warfare, so electronic engineers, electrical engineers in particular. We're always looking for talent and love being a part of it.
You were a former West Point baseball player, I think you told me one time?
I was a boxer at West Point.
You were a boxer.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was something.
Yeah.
Well, how do you like the baseball game anyway?
It was good. I was nervous throwing out that first pitch, I got to tell you.
Next pitch is fouled away by Ibarra. It stays at 1-2. A lot of people take it for granted. Then you stand out on that hill and you realize, I don't want to dirt this.
Yeah, I was happy. My pitch was a little bit of a rainbow, and it was a little inside. But the scouting report said you got to throw it inside.
As long as you don't dirt it, you're okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to end the inning is your Reina. Again, Jeff Showalter with HII's Mission Technologies Division joining us.
Would you see that 8-year-old boy zip it in?
Yeah, pretty impressive, huh?
I'm going to try to be his agent.
Fastball hit back up the middle, but positioned perfectly behind second. Vera fires on to first in time. That's going to end the inning. Jeff, before I let you go, where can we learn more about HII?
Yeah, www.hii.com.
Jeff, thank you for all you do.
It's good to see you, Josh.
Good to see you as well. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 1-0 Rocket City. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Now, game number 136 of 137 for the Trash Pandas. We're all feeling it right now. Pitch low and outside, a ball. Thanks, Josh, by the way.
No worries.
Corey Holland takes a ball outside low. It's 1-0 as Kevin Abel goes back to work. It'll be Holland first up. He'll be followed by Calabrese and Daly. How about Walbeer, Urania? If you would have asked me coming into the week, what am I looking most forward to? And that's to see what Walbeer Urania is going to do in this start. 2 balls and no strikes on Holland. The 2-0 pitch misses outside. Of course, you add in George Clausen as well. He finished off with the longest start of his career on Wednesday night. That was on FanDuel Sports West, too. 3-0 pitch on the way to Corey. Misses high, ball 4. Good start to this bottom half of the fourth inning.
Well, we've always said it. The starting pitching has been the strong point of this team, and it's not just, a struggling team that has to have a strong point. It's the fact that they are a legit rotation. A little erratic at times, but you expect that from young ball players. It's just they haven't had the run support to really back themselves up this season either.
That's right. So 1 on for David Calabrese, who walked his first time up. Kind of like Kevin Abel as he delivers a first pitch changeup that gets a swing and a miss from David. Somebody that Rocket City has seen a ton of over the past few years. Calabrese stands with those feet close together, standing upright in the box on that left side. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball out towards center. Coming on with plenty of time, and to make that catch is Jay Allen the second. 1 on, 1 out for Mitch Daly. The Trash Pandas have seen a lot of him over the past few years. Good for Urania, too, because he came in really scuffling against this Chattanooga team, an ERA up over 8 in his starts. Pitch on the way is down and outside for a ball. Abel is making career-wise, his 11th appearance against Rocket City. He had pitched, he's now over 50 innings in his career against Rocket City.
Yep.
How about that?
That's why we need a balanced schedule.
1-0 pitch down and away for a ball. Record is 2-2 in 10 games, 4.34 ERA, 49 strikeouts, 23 walks coming into today's ball game. He's the only pitcher for Chattanooga that's faced Rocket City double-digit amounts of times, which is kind of surprising. Pitch fouled straight back, and it's 2-1 on Mitch.
In his career?
In their career, yeah.
Golly, who was it for Knoxville? Tennessee at the time. He went to the majors. I want to say his name was Julio or Julian.
2 balls and a strike. Runner goes. Delayed steal. Throw down to second base. The throw is there. The tag is on Corey Holland as he's caught stealing at second base, and that play goes 2-4 on the putout. And 2 away now as Mitch Daly will see a 3-1 pitch now.
Javier Assad, that's who I was thinking of.
They faced Simon Miller 9 times as Daly takes ball 4. That's the second walk of the inning. That's a shame. Could be 2 on with 1 out, but don't mind the aggression.
Yeah, and again, that goes back to needing to find a way to score runs when you have an offense that's struggling. You sometimes have to roll the dice like that, and even though it turned up snake eyes, I agree with you. You got to do something, and that's exactly what they did, putting Holland in motion.
So got speed on at first base, and Mitch Daly, who's played some really nice defense in the ball game today. Here's a swing and a chopper up the middle. That's not going to do it, though. I don't know why he's trying to tag the runner. His ground ball's hit towards Balcazar. He was trying to chase down Daly, but there was 2 outs. Finally, he throws over to get Matt McCroskey for the 3rd out, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, and 1 left on base, and we head to the 5th inning. Could have a special night tonight. You never know. It's 1-0 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live. We'll go back inside Toyota Field, and there's a look, if you're watching, of Walbert Hurania as he will face off against Chattanooga's 5, 6, and 7 batters, O'Donnell, Allen, and Hendrick. You know, one of the hottest hitting teams in all of minor league baseball, and so far he has shut them down. He's struck out 3, and he's induced now 8 groundouts in the first 4 innings. That's incredible. Here's an 0-1 pitch on the way to O'Donnell. A sharp breaking ball is hit softly to first. Yet again, another ground ball induced by Hurania. And that one taken care of by Nicholson for out number 1. 1 down now for Jay Allen II. Yeah, you see those jerseys that the Trash Pandas are wearing. You can own one of those jerseys even if you're sitting at home right now watching. You can bid online or, of course, here inside the ballpark as well. But these jerseys are going to be auctioned off to benefit AUSA, the Association of the United States Army, and the AUSA Redstone Huntsville chapter taking on the USA Patriots amputee softball team at 4 o'clock today. That was a really cool event. 6th time the Trash Pandas have hosted that event here. 1-0 pitch, a big swing and a miss that time by Allen, and Morenia's even now, ball and a strike. But you can send a text message to TP Patriotic, TP as in Trash Pandas, Patriotic, to 76278, 76278. Or you can go to tppatriotic.givesmart.com. So those are the two ways. You can go to our social accounts or trashpandasbaseball.com and find those links as well. 1-1 pitch. It's a tapper foul over here on this third base side, but chance to bid on these jerseys and goes to a great cause. One away here in this top of the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down on strikes is Allen. That's strikeout number 4 for Walbert, and now 2 away for Austin Hendrick. Goes with that sinker, which kind of like his changeup. That was a beautiful pitch there. Yeah, changeup from Walbert. And that picks up strikeout number 4, out number 2 here in the 5th. First pitch is a strike fastball on the inside corner at 95 miles an hour. He's been in that 94 to 97 range with the heater so far. Kicks and delivers the next. We're going to bouncer foul over here down this first base line. We'll be having another jersey auction tomorrow. It's our final Rocket City Lunaticos Day, or Rocket City Day. Those Lunaticos jerseys will be auctioned off as well to benefit the Trash Pandas Foundation. No balls, 2 strikes on Austin Hendrick, the 0-2. Bouncer foul down that first base line. Threw him a great slider that time at 85 miles an hour. Tell you what, the stuff you're seeing tonight from Urania is big league stuff. 21-year-old from the DR, 6 foot, 210 pounds. The next is in the dirt low. And it's 1-2. He's thrown 63 pitches so far here in the 5th. So he's been extremely economical with his pitch count. 1-0 Rocket City on top here as we play in the 5th. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout for Urania. Another 1-2. Arrow Vera leads it off for Rocket City. In the bottom of the 5th inning, they lead Chattanooga 1-0, trying to snap a 9-game skid. Are these Rocket City Trash Pandas tonight? Left-handed batter. He's got those mustard-colored shoes on. A big swing and a miss there. Kind of goes with the jersey, those buttons that are on these jerseys. The markings on the sleeves as well. Patriotic jerseys today. 1-1 pitch is looped down the third base line and off the netting foul. 1-2. Now wrapping up the season tomorrow. It should be great weather. A 1:05 start time, so a different start time, an earlier start time tomorrow. So that means gates will open at noon. VIP gates at 11:30 tomorrow. As Vera grounds one softly to first, and it's picked up over there by Cam Collier. He'll take to the bag and retire Vera for out number 1. And back to the top of the lineup now, and David Mershon. Mershon has struck out twice against Kevin Abel. He's back out there here in the 5th inning. Abel has thrown so far 65 pitches. Allowed the 1 run, which came back in the 1st inning. It was an RBI double by Josh Crouch. First pitch to Mershon. He pops it up. Third base side, foul ground, and that's going to drift and land on top of the dugout. Take a bounce into the top of a section down that third base line. Pre-game autographs tomorrow. Before the game, you can get an autograph from Josh Crouch. He'll be signing, as well as Carlos Espinosa. Those two guys will be signing autographs tomorrow before the game, so come early. After the game, post-game kids are on the bases as well. 1-1 on Mershon. He's been on base in 5 of his last 6. He checks his swing there on 1-1, and they appeal. And Brendan Tipton down there at third says he went around, so it's a ball and 2 strikes. College football Saturday, but a great crowd here. Everybody, once they've settled into their seats, really filling out nicely. Should be over 5,000 for sure tonight. Pitch downstairs, a ball. Again, he checks the swing. This time he did not go around. Post-game fireworks after the game tonight. Final fireworks show of 2025. Abel's 2-2 now to David. Fouled straight back. You always get to this point in the season where you're closing things down and you look back towards April, and in some ways you feel like it's flown by. There's a swing and a miss. He ties him up with a good curveball that time, and Abel strikes out Mershon for the 3rd time tonight. That's strikeout for him at number 6, and that'll bring in Ryan Nicholson, who singled and scored back in the 1st inning. But it feels like, in a way, it's flown by or flied by. And in some ways, it feels like it's been a long time. You think back to that first series with these lookouts and the walk-off home run by Denzer Guzman. Seems like that was a lifetime ago. Of course, Denzer's in the lineup tonight for the Angels. Always look at it differently. 1-0 pitch, curveball, swing and a miss. Count evens up on the former Kentucky Wildcat. It's a ball and a strike. Already been a heck of a college football Saturday. 1-1 pitch, foul back again, 1-2. Alabama looked pretty good this morning against Wisconsin. Auburn was taking on South Alabama. Pitch is low, a ball. It's 2-2 now. Auburn won 31-15. Not a bad South Alabama team at all. 2-2 pitch. Headed to Nicholson. Fouled straight back. We'll do it again. Samford played at Baylor. They actually, the final score was 42-7, but they ran one of the craziest trick plays. A flea flicker from about the 7-yard line. scored their lone touchdown. 2-2 on Nicholson. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got it. Back-to-back strikeouts for Abel. He's up to 7 Ks through his first 5th inning. And here we go to the 6th inning. Well, 1-0 Trash Pandas. That's your score. And all eyes right now on Walbert Urania. One to nothing, Rocket City on top as we make our way to the top of the 6th inning. Austin Callahan, Connor Burns, and then back to the top of the lineup, and Edwin Arroyo due up as Holbert deals a pitch down and in for a ball. That changeup that's been really, really good for him has been one of his best pitches. That was the fastball at 95. As Burns looks out, great defensive catcher. His bat has not been as good, a 123 hitter. 2 balls and no strikes to him. Pitch on the way by Urania is grounded sharply towards short. Backhanded pickup by McCroskey. Or excuse me, I said Burns. That's Callahan who grounds out. My apologies there. Callahan. Then Burns now will stand in, the catcher for Chattanooga.
Yeah, our video board is a batter off, but nice play here by McCroskey. That's as sure of a glove as you're going to find in the Southern League. Nice play by him. You were talking about Urena, though. He's got big league stuff. He's showing it tonight. This is some nasty stuff he's throwing up there.
Here's Burns, the number 9 batter. And they've got Edwin Arroyo on the screen. This is Burns, though, the catcher. 66 pitches now for Walbert as he tosses in another strike. 84-mile-an-hour slider that time. He is pumping strikes right now in this ball game. 0-2, 1 out. Burns looks out the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. That was another ground out, by the way. We're up to 10 ground outs induced, 5 strikeouts. Every out has been either a strikeout or a ground out, except for one. I take that back. There's only been one. Pitch bounces in the dirt that time. It's 2-2 on Burns. On deck is Edwin Arroyo, the leadoff batter. And that Cam Collier fly out to center that sent Mershon back to the warning track, the only fly out against Walbert so far here now in the 6th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 6 for Urania. That matches his total in his last start last Sunday in Knoxville. And he gears up for a 99-mile-an-hour fastball here. He's got it. Doesn't often show it that much. But there he was at 99.
And that was the guy to show it, too. Struggling hitter, go right after him. Don't mess around. put him away.
First pitch is, it was a strike according to Pitch Tracks, right on the outside corner to Arroyo, but called a ball, and it's 1-0. He has been really able to put the ball anywhere he wants so far. There's a swing and a miss on a great changeup, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike.
And now you begin your third time through the order. Let's see what happens as you go through from Arroyo really to about Hendrick, 1 through 7. This is a pretty stealth lineup.
That's why what he's doing so far, it makes it even doubly impressive. 1-0 Rocket City, the pitch. Swing and a slow chopper towards the right side. And that'll do it for the inning. Second baseman Vera flips it over to first. That is the 11th ground out induced by Urania. 11 outs plus 6 strikeouts. Well, the Trash Panda that has the lone RBI, or the only player in this ball game that has an RBI, steps to the plate, and that's Josh Crouch, as he will face off against Kevin Abel, who goes back to work here in the top or the bottom half of the 6th inning. Top of the 6th inning, Urania with another 1-2-3 inning. First pitch in there for a strike to Crouch, and it's 0-1. Crouch with that RBI double in the first, his 11th double on the season. His 29th run batted in. Abel's out there being almost as good, but a couple of blemishes on his target. Only 2 hits combined in this one. 1 run on 2 hits for Rocket City. Or excuse me, this is now Thomas Farr, apologies, who takes over on the hill for Chattanooga. So Farr out there taking over here in the 6th inning. A breaking ball misses downstairs.
Wonder if his girlfriend's last name is Near.
5 innings for Abel. He went, those 5 innings allowed 1 run on 2 hits. Walked 4, struck out 7. As that pitch inside, that's going to hit him. So Crouch hit by the pitch. That was a curveball at 80 miles an hour. But Rocket City has the leadoff man on base here as Matt Kootenai will step in. That one caught him right above the elbow.
It still doesn't feel good, and you can see Crouch grimace right there. But if you are going to get hit, an 80-mile-an-hour curveball is the one to do it. It's better than some other pitches you could be smacked with.
So here's Kootenai. Left-handed batter waits. Farr fires, and the pitch is driven in the air towards deep center field. That one's back near the track. Catch is made. And back or around second base. I don't know what Crouch was doing there. He was around second, headed to third. They're going to double him up at first. I don't know if he thought he was burned or what, but Josh, just a little blunder there on his part.
Well, I'm wondering if he was off on the pitch.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But still, you got to pick up either the ball or your coach and know when to slow up and make sure if that ball is going to fall in or not. He was in a dead sprint as Allen reeled that ball in.
No, I don't think so. He was not. He wasn't off on the pitch. I don't know. It's not like you'd be confused if there were 2 outs there. He was the first batter of the inning. Holland takes a strike, so that's a really unfortunate double play ball. 8-4-3 on the putout. And now Holland with an 0-1 count. The 0-1 from Thomas Farr is hit back in foul. Farr, 6 foot, 203. He's from Atlanta.
God's country.
He's 26 years old. He was one of those guys that had a tough year record-wise, 2-11. An ERA of 5.56. 0-2 on Corey, the pitch. Swinging a tapper foul down that third base line towards manager Andy Schatzley. By the way, I want to bring up a part of a conversation I had with Chattanooga's manager Jose Moreno, and I hate doing it with 2 strikes and 2 outs in an inning. I'll tease it maybe.
Olvin Scully roll.
Yep. Holland waits, and the 0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball, it's a called third strike. That was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It was just off the plate, but he got the call from Robert Ginther the third, and that's out number 3. So a hit by pitch. Trash Pandas up 1-0 after 6. Let's pause 10 seconds for our station to identify itself. This is Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network, and Valley Live. First pitch from Ureñas. Guess what? A ground ball, a chopper to third. And a nice play by Mitch Daly. It was one of those tweeners. Do you grab it with the bare hand? Do you grab it with the glove? He went with the glove, and he gets the put out there.
12 of the 19 outs are ground balls.
Yep.
6 Ks and that deep fly out.
Leading the league, leading all of Double-A in groundouts induced. That was a fastball at 95. You could say now his fastball's been 95 to 99. And just to have that in him is pretty incredible. The 1-0 pitch to Collier, swinging a ground ball right back to him. One hopper Runs it over towards first, and guess what? Another ground ball out. 1-3 on the putout. 2 away now for Ruben Ibarra. This is incredible against a team that has just absolutely killed us this week at the plate. And he's doing it.
And you could say part of it is Chattanooga is trying to wrap up these last couple games, get to the postseason, but you still got to get the job done, and that's what Walbera has done. He has been very, very good this evening.
Here's Ibarra. First pitch to him is taken inside for a ball. Ibarra's grounded out twice. He's hit the ball hard, but he's grounded out. He has 2 home runs, a double, 5 RBIs, 4 runs, and 3 walks in the series. Up to 20 home runs, a big swing and a miss. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. He asked home plate umpire Robert Ginther if that was a strike, and he nodded yes to him. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was on the inside corner, the 1-1. Swing and a line shot foul down that third baseline.
He's up to 81 pitches. His season high is 103. But remember, he won't have any more games after today this season. Empty the tank.
We saw Clausen go 109 on Wednesday. Urania gets his sign. The 1-2 pitch is headed home. Swing and a miss. He chased one down out of the strike zone, and Ibarra is retired for the 3rd time tonight. 7 strikeouts now for Urania. Special tonight for Urania. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time to stretch. Rocket City leads it 1-0 on 2 hits. This is Trash Pandas Baseball. Well, here we go to the bottom of the 7th inning from Toyota Field. It's 1-0 Trash Pandas. Back to work goes right-hander Thomas Farr. And he delivers a first pitch inside for ball 1. But no, had a great conversation today with Jose Moreno, the manager for the Chattanooga Lookouts, and just got to talking about their year last year. He was the manager for their team that lost 90 games last year, went 45-90, and one of the things he really talked about was something we've heard a lot from Andy Shatsley this year is this team's ability just to keep on fighting, coming to the field every day and trying to put their best foot forward. Just ran into a lot of just difficult things, big innings and whatnot. Calabrese sends one deep in the air towards center field. Comes on, makes the catch, and that's out number 1.
And you look at a lot of these guys on Chattanooga's ball club. Thomas Farr is a great example. A guy who lost 28 ball games over the last 2 seasons. Well, he's having a very good year this year, but a lot of these guys who are repeating, him, Ibarra, others, they put it together, and you never know. Next season might be a year where the page turns for Rocket City in a more positive light.
Here's Mitch Daly now. Farr delivers the first, and it's popped up back foul. That led to another conversation where I asked us, Andy Schatzley for a few years, and had you talked to him just about the season he's having and the season he had last year, and it brought me to finding out something interesting about their relationship. 0-1 pitch on the way to Mitch, taking it outside and low. 1-1, but Jose Moreno was a catcher coming up, and that's kind of where his specialty was. And his son was coming up playing Little League and travel ball, things like that, and he was playing the infield, playing shortstop as Daly takes strike two. And he was part of this coaches association where you have different forums and things where people can post information, you can get drills, you can get different things, and he happened to come up on videos and drills by Andy Schatzley while he was coaching at Harding in Searcy, Arkansas. And so he would actually use Andy's infield drills, infield videos to teach his son about playing the infield. Here's a ball bounce foul down that third base line,
and that's a great way for a lot of coaches, especially who come from smaller schools, might not be as well known. That's a great way to get their name out there, is to showcase to everyone what it is they teach and how they go about the fundamentals, which can put your name on the map, and probably one of the reasons why he's in pro ball.
But he said the first time I met Andy, I thanked him. First time I took a lineup card out, I thanked him for those videos. Here's a ground ball out towards short, picked up by their shortstop. Arroyo throws out Daly for out number two. But what a small world.
Yeah.
What a small world. And Jose Moreno is such a great guy. And we've had so many great managers this year to talk to and to get to know that have been around the league for a couple of years. But he was really raving about Cam Collier and him going to the Arizona Fall League and building on his success this year. Here's McCroskey. First pitch hit foul. Also speaks volumes about Andy and just his pedigree and how respected he was and what he was doing even at a place like Harding.
Well, it's a very small, insular world, and if you're able to make your mark on it, you can do a lot of different things, and Andy is proven in that regard.
0-1 the count on McCroskey. Farr's pitch, a slider down and away. How about Walber Urania? All eyes are going to be on him. Only 2 hits on that scoreboard right now. Rocket City, 1 run on 2 hits.
Both coming in the first inning.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. Well, when you're out of it like the Trash Pandas are, you hope for interesting stories and interesting things. And we've got some interesting things tonight.
A big thing.
1-2. Ground ball towards third. Backhanded play on the hop by the third baseman for Chattanooga. That's Callahan, and he throws out McCroskey for the third out. A couple of ground outs over to him. Ends the bottom of the 7th inning. We roll into the 8th inning. Walber Eighth inning is here. 1-0 Rocket City, and to take you home in a fun one, here's Josh Carey.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much. Urena with his first pitch. Fastball drilled into deep left, tailing away on the move, unable to get there off the wall as Calabrese will play it. On his way to second is Ethan O'Donnell, and there's the first hit of the ball game. On the very first pitch of the eighth inning, O'Donnell goes to the opposite field, laces it into the left field corner, and after 7 no-hit innings, Urena finally gives up his first knock of the ball game. It was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, 96 off the bat, and it wasn't a cheapie either. It was a fastball down and in, and he inside out of that into the left field corner.
I mean, that was a great pitch. That's just a remarkable piece of hitting by O'Donnell. I mean, down and in to a left-handed batter, and he hits it that hard down the left field line. That's, tip your cap.
They're going to pinch in at the corners, tying run at second, righty on righty, as Urena will go back to work. Only second base runner of the game for Chattanooga as the pitch is a strike, and it will go to 0-1. So now, okay, the no-hitter's over. Yeah. You still have the ball game, though, but you got to pitch around this as Allen is 0 for 2. A roll out to third, a strikeout swinging. By the way, O'Donnell had grounded to short and rolled out to first before that double. Next pitch, inside. He missed with a fastball. It will go to a ball and a strike, and now Camden Manassi is going to start to throw in the Rocket City bullpen. But Urena, he's only made, well, I won't even call it a bad pitch. It was just a pitch that was hit. Other than that, he has been nearly flawless this evening.
What an effort.
From the belt, look back at second. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Flew that slider down and away. 1-2, and if he can strike out Allen, that would be huge as you got the tying run at second with no one out. I was about to say that Rocket City had 2 no-hitters in its history. They were looking for number 3. The first one was Chase Silseth, Luke Murphy, and Eric Torres in September of 2022. That was an 8-0 win over Biloxi. The other is a little difficult to explain. Here's the set by Urena, first base side of the rubber. 1-2. Swung on, bounced at third, on the short hop. Daly checks the runner, throw to first in time, and that'll be the first out of the 8th inning. Good job by Daly. Had to field that on a second short hop. He looked the runner back and fired a strike to first. The other one was against this Chattanooga team, April of 2023. That was the 7-5 loss to the Lookouts, which will live in infamy. So 1 gone. Here's Austin Hendrick. He's 0 for 2. Ground out to first and a strikeout swinging. Time is called as Josh Crouch goes out there to have a word with Urena. He is ending his 3rd time through the order as it's Hendrick followed by Callahan. And then if anyone reaches, Burns will get another at-bat. We do have an attendance, 5,458 on the final Saturday of the season. Righty on lefty. Urena kicks and fires. And the fastball ripped foul on a short hop over by the first base dugout where the trash pandas are. It's 0-1. So Manassi throwing for Rocket City. I'm looking in Chattanooga's pen. They have a right-hander throwing down there as well. Again, an RBI double by Josh Crouch. That has been the difference in this ball game. Slightly open stance for Hendrick, who has grounded to first and struck out swinging. The set. Look back at second. Urena. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Threw him that sinker again, down and away. It will go to no balls and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting Hendrick. You got him at the plate. And then coming up next would be Austin Callahan, another left-hander. Urena about to throw his 90th pitch of the game. From the belt, the 0-2, here it is. Swing and a miss. Another sinker down and in, ball in the dirt. They'll fire to first to complete the putout. That's 2 away, and O'Donnell will remain at second. So Urena bounces back, gets a ground out, now a strikeout. Runner still at second. That'll be strikeout number 8 for Urena. And now 2 away, and a good stop on that short hop by Crouch.
That was a 91-mile-an-hour changeup from Walbert. And whether it be fastball, slider, changeup, they've all been so good tonight.
So a runner at second, 2 away. Callahan has struck out swinging and bounced to short. Right against left, shaded up the middle, the shortstop McCroskey. First pitch, fastball rocketed foul off to the left. It will go to 0-1. The season high for innings pitched in a single game was Sam Aldeguerri just a couple of weeks ago in this ballpark. He went 8 shutout frames against Columbus in a victory. Urena trying to match that. Callahan will dig back in. 1-0 Rocket City, 2 out, top 8. Next pitch. Ripped at first on a short hop field by Nicholson. Goes to the bag in time, and that'll end the inning. 96 off the bat. It was hit hard, but Nicholson was positioned perfectly. He runs the base in time. 3 unassisted on the putout, and after the leadoff double by O'Donnell, Urena. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Rocket City leading at 1-0. Some insurance will be nice as duo for the Trash Pandas. It's going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters, Vera, Mershon, and Nicholson. And we also have Simon Miller into the game for Chattanooga as the pitch is down and in. He almost hit him. And it will go to 1-0 as skipping out of the way was Vera on the pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. So close the book on Thomas Farr. He continues his strong season. 2 shutout innings, no hits. He hit a batter. He walked none, and he struck out 1. So this will be the 3rd time the Trash Pandas have seen Miller in this series, and another fastball is down and in. It will go to 2 balls and no strikes. After the top of the 8th inning, Urena came into the dugout. He was greeted with a hug by Andy Schatchley. Yeah. I got to think he's done for the day, but we'll make sure once we get to the 9th inning. Next pitch. There's a fastball missing low. 3 balls and no strikes as Miller falls behind in the count. Simon, let's see, he last pitched here on Thursday from the belt, or from the letters rather, 3-0, taking all the way as Vera for a strike. It's 3-1. He went an inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He walked none and struck out 2. Got a no decision in a 6-3 Chattanooga win. Here's the 3-1, swing and a miss. That was another cutter down and in. It will go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he also got the save in Tuesday's game. He tossed a scoreless inning in the 9th, allowed no hits, walked 1, and struck out another. The right-hander will look back in. Well off the line at third is Callahan, and the pitch is fouled straight back. The count will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. For Miller on the season, 4-4, 3.60 ERA, 44th appearance, all in relief, 8 of 11 in saves. Vera, open stance for him. Next offering, inside, almost hit him, and that'll be ball 4. So a good start to the 8th inning as Vera draws a walk. That'll be walk number 1 by Miller, the 5th walk of the game by Chattanooga pitchers. The other 4 belong to starting pitcher Kevin Abel, who's on the hook to lose this ball game. But 8 of 11 in saves is Miller. 50 innings, 52 hits, 25 runs, 20 earned, 9 homers allowed. A hit batsman. He's now walked 22, struck out 63. Opponents hitting 263 against him. Playing up at third is Callahan. Will they bunt? Righty on lefty as Mershon digs in. He does square, and he bunts it foul straight back 0-1. It's been a tough game for David. 0 of 3, 3 strikeouts, 2 of them swinging. But he did make a wonderful catch in deep center field, the lone flyout of the ball game for Walbear Urania, who also had 15 groundouts and 8 strikeouts. Squaring around again is David. 0-1. Bunts it again, foul straight back. It will go to 0-2. By the way, I meant to mention this earlier about Urena as he was cruising right along. Got to remember, he faced these guys. The last time he faced Chattanooga in this ballpark, he pitched both ends of a 7-game series against these guys in the middle of June, and frankly, he got tattooed in both of them. My goodness, he bounced back nicely as the next pitch is a fastball high and tight. Snap throw to first, not in time as Vera back in with a head-first dive. Now, of course, the lineup has changed a little bit for Chattanooga. No Sal Stewart, no Hector Rodriguez, but still, he was magnificent this evening. Mershon will dig back in. Will they keep the bunt on? High set up, he's swinging, and he hits it foul straight back out of the stadium. It will remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Wind not a factor. Hasn't been all night long. Only 3 hits in this ball game. 2 of them belong to the Trash Pandas. Off the line at third by about 30 feet is Callahan. The set by Miller, the sidestep delivery inside with a fastball. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. By the way, bottom 8 from Montgomery. Knoxville leading the Biscuits 7-4. Pensacola, they're in front of Columbus. Bottom 8 there, 4-3. That game in Pensacola, by the way. Back to the letters, 2-2. Swung, tap, foul over by the Rocket City first base dugout. It will remain at 2-2 as Mershon puts up a battle. Also, over in Birmingham, Biloxi leading the Barons 2-1. Top 8 there, so a lot of close ball games along the Southern League circuit tonight. Vera, he runs rather well at first.
What was that Montgomery game time the other day?
152. The set again, 2-2. Swung and fouled straight back. Good fight again by Mershon. It will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leading from first is Vera. The look in by Miller, 2-2. High and tight with the fastball. Now it runs to 3-2, and Miller's got to get one over. Like we said, we've seen this guy 3 times in this series. He's out of Athens, Texas. Had a great year last year between Daytona Beach and Dayton, the A-Club affiliates for the Reds. The set, payoff pitch. That one rolled foul past first as Mershon narrowly missed a double. Coming off the bag to play defense was Collier, and the ball almost skipped past him down the right field line. And like I said, Vera, he runs well. Maybe not Mershon well, but he runs well enough, and he would have scored easily had that ball stayed fair. Instead, he'll walk back to first base. Mershon broke his bat on the play, and he'll get himself a new WAR club. Again, Rocket City, both of their hits came in the first inning. A infield single by Ryan Nicholson, and then he came in and scored on an RBI double down the left field line by Josh Crouch on a relay that should have been completed by Chattanooga for an out at home, but it wasn't. A low throw that Burns couldn't dig out at the plate. Quick move over to first, and Vera again back in safely. Due up in the 9th inning for Chattanooga, it'll be their 9-1-2 hitters, Burns, Arroyo, and Balcazar. And again, we'll just wait to see who they face. Manasseh looks ready to go in the Rocket City pen, coming off a rough night on Wednesday. The look in. Another throw to first, and they got him. That's the second time Rocket City has been foiled on the base pass. One caught stealing, and now a pickoff. That'll go 1-3. And I don't know if he was going or not. Just a quick move by Miller, and that was a close slide at first base. Making the call was David Bailey. So it's 3-2. 1 out. Next offering, swing and a miss. Boy, has this inning changed quickly. A cutter down and in. Mershon whiffs at it for the 4th time tonight. 88 on that pitch. Strikeout number 1 for Miller. Strikeout number 9 for Chattanooga pitchers.
That's what's happened a few times. I mean, second inning, back-to-back walks, and a sacrifice. You can't get anything there. And then, of course, in that 4th inning with the walk to Crouch, and then he gets doubled up at first base.
First pitch to Nicholson is a fastball fouled away over by the first base dugout. It's 0-1. Ryan again, 1 of 3, a single, a run scored, a ground out to second, a strikeout swinging. You know, you hate to ask this of any guy, especially a developing ball player, but I'd just say grip it and rip it right here.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Rocket City looking for some insurance for the 9th inning.
Take the Oscar Colas approach.
The 0-1, fastball high and away. A ball and a strike. We were wondering, how would Rocket City score runs without Goebel and without Colas? Well, they've got one, but they needed a near-flawless performance by Urena, and it may just work. At the letters, 1-1. Fastball, that was inside, but it was called a strike by Robert Ginther III. It will go to a ball and 2 strikes, and Nicholson up against it. Little bit of room to the right of second has swung around to the right as Balcazar. Miller from the stretch. They want to go high, the 1-2. Fastball high and away. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. By the way, for what it's worth, Rocket City is winning. Again, only 2 hits. They have had 6, 7, 8 base runners all night. From the letters, the 2-2. Hit foul away. Cutter, and that time Nicholson was out in front. The pitch was low, but he was able to go down and get it and fight it off to remain at 2-2. Again, well off the line at third is Callahan. Miller, sidestep delivery. Fastball high and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miller appeared in 18 games at Dayton, signed with the Reds in 2023. Near the line at first is Collier, the 3-2. Just missed high, ball 4. Went high and away, and it was off the plate. Yet another walk. And again, 9 base runners now, but 6 have reached by way of walk. 6th walk of the game for Chattanooga, second by Miller in this inning. And here's Josh Crouch as Joel Bonnet has seen enough. He's going to go out there, the pitching coach for Chattanooga, and have a word with Miller, who, if not for a pickoff, would be in some deep trouble right now. Again, he's walked 2 and struck out a batter. So 1 man on with 2 men out, as Crouch will come to the plate. Right now he's got the big hit in this one, an RBI double down the left field line. He's also grounded to second and been hit with a pitch. Some activity underway in the Lookouts bullpen. That's number 41, Lenny Torres Jr., as home plate umpire Robert Ginther goes out there to break things up. Crowd screaming because the scoreboard tells them to. Once again, want to thank One Love Hearing Concepts. They've been a longtime partner of the Trash Pandas. They sponsor that noise meter.
So at Neyland Stadium today, they got up to 127 decibels.
Yeah, they get a little loud, but they got 100,000 people in there. Back to the action, righty on righty. First pitch to Crouch, swing and a miss. Fired a cutter away. It will go 2-0-1. By the way, Astros lead the Braves 6-2 in the 8th inning. Cardinals on top of the Brewers 3-1. Right against right, next pitch. Swung line, fair down the left field line. Going into the corner. Nicholson at second. Charging for third. Into the corner, O'Donnell. They're going to wave him. Here comes the relay. It will miss its cutoff man. And is Nicholson with an RBI double. First Pete, then repeat. Josh Crouch does it again. His second RBI double down the left field line in a huge insurance run as Rocket City takes a 2-0 lead.
Well, you ask, you shall receive, Josh. Wanted some insurance, and we got it. I mean, that just changes things dramatically when you have that extra cushion. And no doubt who the players of the game are tonight. Josh Crouch offensively, and then Walbert Urena on the hill, and they happen to be battery mates. That's pretty cool.
His first hit, the Trash Panda's first hit since the first inning. They have 3 hits tonight, 2 of them by Crouch. And just to think that Ryan Nicholson has scored both times, once after an infield single and then a 2-out walk by Miller. Runner at second, 2 away. Here's Kootenai. Right on left, and the first pitch is a fastball inside. It's 1-0. Kootenai 0 of 3, a strikeout swinging, a ground out to second, and a fly out to center. So a little bit of cushioning here for Rocket City as Kootenai gets ready to go. Miller checks back at second. Here's the 1-0. And that pitch down in it. He just hasn't been able to locate his off-speed stuff, has Miller. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, a lot of room just to the right of second as swung around to the right as Balcazar. They play straight away and deep in the outfield. Shaded up the middle, the shortstop Arroyo. Next pitch, hit hard right back at Miller, and the inning is over. A line drive and then a glove save and a beauty. Cooney not happy about it, but I'm sure he's a hockey fan. He's probably used to seeing that. Great play by Miller. He just reached out and ball found glove, and that will retire the side. Otherwise, that may have been ticketed for center field. Camden Manasseh will indeed come in. That'll end the night for Walbury Urania, and Rocket City will go to the 9th inning up 2-0 as in the 8th they get a run. It's earned on 1 hit. There were no errors. There were also 2 walks and 1 man left on base. 9th inning coming up. Rocket City leading at 2-0. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas. Camden Manasseh will come in and try to close it out for Walbury Urania, who wraps up a tremendous effort. 8 shutout innings, 1 hit, no walks, 8 strikeouts. He did hit a batter as well, but he'll depart and turn it over to Manasseh, who will try to pin it down for his 4th save of the season. Leading things off and taking the pitch inside, I think we got a pinch hitter. Yeah, it is. It's Cade Hunter who comes to the plate for Connor Burns. So Burns done for the game. Hunter into pinch hit. We'll get you his numbers. Camden down in the count 1-0 coming off a rough outing on Wednesday. The fastball hit foul off to the left. It'll go to a ball and a strike. Hunter is 210 on the year with 4 homers and 17 driven in. If the game ends here, Simon Miller, 1 inning, 1 hit, a run. It was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. 2-0 Trash Pandas in the top of the 9th inning. Hunter will stand back in. He's 1 for 8 in the series, and the fastball high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike for Manasseh. His season numbers, well, again, he's been up and down this year. 1-5, a 4.53 ERA, 47th appearance all in relief, 3 of 5 in saves, 59 and 2/3 innings. 2-1. There's a strike, fired a cutter that time over the outer half. It's 2-2. 66 hits, 37 runs, 30 earned. He's allowed 3 homers, hit 2, walked 26, and struck out 58. Opponents, though, hitting a healthy 283 against him. So the count at 2-2. Manasseh, again, had a rough one on Wednesday. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. Next pitch, slapped fair down the left field line. Trickling into the corner at first is Hunter. He'll make a turn, go for second. The throw back in is going to be cut off, and a feet-first slide by Hunter gets the inning off to a good start for Chattanooga. A double down the left field line for Cade Hunter, and 1 on with no one out as we go back to the top of the order in Edwin Arroyo. 0 of 3 ground out to second, or actually 2 ground outs to second and another one to first. Playing well off the line at third was Daly. That ball was 93 off the bat, and Daly had no shot to knock it down as he hit it down the left field line. Manasseh on Wednesday only went a third of an inning, allowed 5 runs, 4 earned on 4 hits, walked 1, struck out none. Right on left, first pitch, slapped foul off to the left, 0-1. Got to be careful here against Arroyo. He's 7 of 22 for the series. He has scored 5 runs. And now someone jogging into the Chattanooga bullpen from their dugout. Manasseh, should also be mentioned, tossed a 1-2-3 ninth inning on Tuesday. All zeros for him, so it's been feast or famine for him in this series. The right-hander looks in against Arroyo, open stance. Leading at second is Hunter. The 0-1, here it is. Fastball high and away. Going to even at a ball and a strike, so Urena is done for the season. No one throwing in the Rocket City bullpen. Tying run at the plate, and my goodness, how big is that insurance run right now? Arroyo ready to go. Exaggerated open stance as Manasseh checks second, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fired the cutter down and in, and Arroyo swung through it. It will go to 1-2. He's so wide open, the front of his body is almost perpendicular to the pitcher. You usually don't see it that open, but if he's able to close it off and stay on the ball, that's all that matters. 1-2 on the left-handed hitter. Away at second is Hunter. Manasseh from the letters. He'll check second and fire. In the dirt, that's going to skip off of Crouch up the first base line. That'll be a wild pitch, and Hunter will take third. Not the end of the world there. You're not worried about Hunter. You got to take care of the fellas at the plate right now. So it will go to 2-2. Let's see, I don't have the daily scores for Chattanooga. I don't know how many times they've been shut out this season. I don't think it's happened against Rocket City, though. Manasseh peers back in, 2-2. Swung, hit foul off to the left. Remaining at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I will say this, though. Chattanooga is... They are 12-1 against Rocket City at Toyota Field this season. Manasseh now steps off the rubber, and calling time is Arroyo. By the way, Chris Harris is headed down to the field to hopefully talk to a winning Trash Panda, assuming Rocket City can hang on here. But you need 3 more outs as Manasseh has the count 2-2 on Arroyo. The set, the pitch. Swung, slapped at third. Dio, and it's past Daly into left field for a hit. That'll be a single, a run will score, and it's 2-1. Infield was back. They're willing to concede a run for an out. I thought Daly was going to get to that ball. He dove to his left, couldn't knock it down. Hunter in from third. RBI number 44 from Arroyo, and now things are getting really interesting here. It's 2-1, tying run at first base, still no one out. And here's Leo Balcazar, and there's just no breathing room in this lineup. And will that elicit any activity in the Trash Pandas pen? Right now, the answer is no, as Andy Shashley really trying to give this guy a chance in the closer's role. Remember, he was Rocket City's saves leader last season, but been used primarily in a setup role this year as the fastball misses high, 1-0. Such a wonderful performance by Urena. You don't want it to go to waste. Rocket City also trying to snap a 9-game losing streak. Manasseh, 1-0. Inside with a fastball, 2 balls and no strikes. And now you're just waiting on the edge of your seat. It's been such a tough season. Can he get him to hit it on the ground at someone? Shaded up the middle, the second baseman, Vera. Next pitch. Swung, drilled into deep center. Going back, Mershon, though, shy of the track. He's there. He's got it. Runner will tag. Mershon will fire back in. Staying at first will be Arroyo. Boy, you could see that unfold. It was into deep center. You knew it was going to hang up. Mershon got back there, but Chattanooga, they are so disciplined on the base paths. You could see Arroyo go back. You knew he was going to try and tag up, but Mershon quickly got the ball back in. And Balcazar did not miss that one by much. A deep fly out to center, 1 away. Here's Cam Collier, 0 for 3, a strikeout swinging, a fly out to center, and a comebacker to the mound. Righty on lefty, and now time is called as the ball got loose in the right field corner. Jogging over is Holland, to pick it up, or a glove in this case. And Holland will jog back to his position. Collier will stand in. Well off the line at third is Daly. A double play ends the ball game. First offering. Fastball high and away, 1-0, and he's missing with everything high right now. 1-0 the count. By the way, activity is underway for Chattanooga in case we go to the bottom of the ninth. The look back in, 1-0. Fastball, there's a strike. It will go to 1-1 as he fired it in there at 96. Holding the runner at first is Nicholson. They play straight away in the outfield. Arroyo leads away. He's 12 of 19 in the stolen base department as the pitch is cut through and missed. A cutter down and in, and Collier was badly fooled. It will go to 1-2. Do you try that again? Remember, Collier's fly out to center was the only fly out against Urena, and it was a deep drive. 1-2. Swung and hit foul off to the left. He waited back on the cutter that time and got a piece of it to stay alive, staying at a ball and 2 strikes. Would they dare try to go away against him, even though he has shown an ability to go to the off-field? And you also have Daly playing well off at third. Runner leads from first. Manasseh fires, and that one again shot foul off to the left. He went back to the cutter, but again, Collier able to fight it off. Going to remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Some tension here in the second to last game of the season as Rocket City desperately searching for a win. Camden from the letters. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball high and away. Collier beside himself for swinging at that ball. It was well out of the zone. He knew he shouldn't chase it, but he did anyway. That time they went with a straight fastball, not the cutter, but still it was a similar pitch, and you could see Collier wanted to fight it off, but that one was more out of the zone. Strikeout number 1 for Manasseh, strikeout number 9 for Rocket City, and now here's Ruben Ibarra, the biggest trash panda killer of them all. Righty on righty, first pitch, Camden, swing and a miss, a fastball, it's 0-1. A healthy cut that time. Again, 235 for the year, but he's sitting about 290 against Rocket City, and he's got 7 dingers against the Trash Pandas. A lot of room on the right side. Arroyo leads at first. Next offering. Missing inside. A cutter that time. It will go to 1-1. Do you want to put Arroyo on the move even with your big bopper at the plate? Shaded up the middle, the second baseman Vera. By the way, a very good arm behind the dish, and Josh Crouch. 2-1 Trash Pandas, 2 out, top of the ninth. Next offering. Swung, popped up. A rainmaker on the infield, drifting under it. The shortstop McCroskey, he's there, he's got it. And Rocket City a winner. It got hairy in the 9th inning, but Manasseh settles down. Gets Ibarra to pop out. In the 9th for Chattanooga, 1 run, it's earned on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Manasseh with a 9th inning, he allows 2 hits, a run, it was earned. He walked none, struck out 1. He'll get his 4th save of the season. And again, Chris Harris down below. He'll talk to someone here in just a moment, but for Chattanooga, they'll finish with 1 run on 3 hits, 2 of them in the 9th inning. The Lookouts committed no errors, and they left 3 men on base. And for Rocket City, 2 runs on 3 hits. The Trash Pandas committed no errors, and Rocket City left 5 on base. Your winning pitcher will be Walbear Urena as he moves to 6-9 on the season. 8 shutout innings, a hit, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. For those of you on radio, we'll be back with the Northrop Grumman postgame show right after this. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Yeah, thanks, Ben, Josh. How about Walbear Urena tonight, folks? What a night. 8 innings for you tonight, a career high for you. You take the no-hit.